Hey, what's up guys? Captain Zach here. Well, it is a windy late June morning and I am doing some fishing, some king salmon trolling in one of the local terminal hatchery areas. So it's towards the end of this terminal fishery run, so I expect these fish are starting to turn a little bit. They'll be a little bit darker color. From talking to some folks, I know that a number of fish have been getting caught, so that's a good sign. And then also the chums are starting to show up, so I might catch a chum salmon here today as well. Got a pretty favorable tide. It's a low tide coming up in about an hour and a half, and I really like fishing this spot on a low tide, so I'm hoping to just kind of fish right through that low tide when it's right at the bottom there. That's really consolidating the fish. Hopefully there's some schools of bait fish and such that those salmon will be swarming around, and hopefully I'll be able to drag a herring by a nice big king. Yeah, there's a fair amount of boats out here, and it's also pretty windy, so boat control is going to be really critical. There's going to be people, if they're hooked up, they're going to be out of gear. There's going to be boats shifting left and right. I'm already on. Fish on. I was just going to mention, I get a lot of comments about the clicker on my reel. When I say the drag's going out, but nobody can hear it. So for today, I will leave the clicker on, even though it's not my personal favorite. It'll give you a sense if I get any of those big ferocious runs. Okay, let's see what we got here. It doesn't feel like a monster, it might be a chum. Yeah, it's coming in sideways. That second hook probably got it. Yeah, this one's gonna head back. This is actually a shaker king. We'll send it back. Okay, well, we didn't get skunked today. Well, that's cool. 5 minutes into the session, first little king. Now we need one about 10 times bigger. Yeah, I think when that fish, I was right in the middle of making the point that boat control is going to be really key because it's so windy. You're going to have boats sort of out of gear and shifting every which way trying to net fish. And then also I get this comment a lot about the clicker on the reel. So some people can't hear if the fish is going for a run. I say the drag's ripping, but it's hard to tell that. So I'm gonna, oh, here we go again. Well, there you go. Okay. Fish on. Okay, this is a real one. Okay. Man, I went on a big run there. The wind is gonna blow my boat out of position really quick here. Or it might come to this side. Okay, it's 80 feet out. Oh no, there's a crab pot up here. There we go. Try to dodge the crab pot. Okay. See if we can land him here. Oh, it's a good one. Oh yeah. Oh, awesome fish. Oh, a beautiful king. What a great battle. Get some slack out here. Okay, let's bring this big guy aboard. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Check this king out. What a beautiful fish. 10 minutes into the session. Okay, I'm gonna try to get a line back in real quick and then I'll clean that fish up. Okay, let's get a weight on this big guy. 16.9, 17 pounds. Oh, an awesome 17 pounder. Okay, well, we're back in the water, and sometimes you gotta strike while the iron's hot. This bite will turn on and off just like that. So if the bite's on, I definitely wanna have that herring down and see if we can pick up another bite. Maybe start stacking some kings. Hey, how's it going? Good. Doing any good? 3? Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I just got one. 17 pounder. Good luck. Okay, well, that was some quick action right off the bat. The tide has not even turned yet, so that's gonna happen in about 45 minutes. So hopefully there's still some of that low tide magic to go around. Yeah, generally speaking, when solo trolling, especially when you're battling a big fish, it's much easier to be going with the wind as opposed to into the wind. So when I was battling that 17 pounder, I was heading into the wind. So the wind wants to just grab the bow of the boat and turn you one way or another. And so that can really be tough to try to keep the boat positioned so that you don't swing completely around, and then also keep the line tight. So all things equal, if I have a chance to be hooked up with a big one, I would much rather a following wind. Just let that wind push me. I'll take the engine out of gear, and then that fish will slowly work to the boat, as opposed to the opposite, which is what happened with that big one. So I was fortunate to get that in, and you know, it was a good hook set and was able to keep the tension just enough to get it to the net. Oh, that was definitely a strike. Oh, that was a good takedown. Mustn't have got hooked. There are white caps on the trolling grounds. I think I'm gonna bring that up and make sure I sold my herring. Make sure it didn't grab the herring right off the cliff. Definitely took a bite. So I switched that herring. No use in using a herring with a bite out of it. But now I'm trolling back into that wind, and it is absolutely brutal. So boat control is going to be especially key. If I hook up here, I'm really going to have to pay attention, because it's going to be tough to keep that bow straight up against this really stiff wind and white caps. Okay, fish on. This feels like a smaller one. Popped off. Man, I'm not sure what happened there. Looked like a good bite, but it felt small. So I think it was probably a shaker or maybe a chum salmon. So I'm not too heartbroken about that. Yeah, if you hook a 15 or 20 pound king, usually you know it pretty much right off the bat. Any luck? Not live, but I'm definitely recording. Oh, I can see some really good marks on the sonar chart. Any luck? 160. Fish on. I took a sip of coffee and it went down the wrong pipe. I'm hacking away here and my rod's going nuts. Okay, let's slow this down a bit. Feels like a decent fish. Okay, cleared the gear. Now the wind's gonna blow me this way, which means this fish is gonna wanna go right to the engine. I might actually slowly turn such that this fish is just gonna fall back behind the boat. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I got 3 or 4 boats right in front of me, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully they see I'm hooked up. Feels like a pretty decent fish. Okay, now it's gonna want to go to the engine. Got to keep it out wide. Good king. Come on. Almost there. Okay, we got him in the boat. This one's a little smaller than the last one, but still an awesome king salmon. No complaints there. Fun battle. Oh, well, check that out. The hook sets don't get any better than that. Perfect right in the corner of the mouth. Oh, there you go, king salmon number 2. Not quite as big, but still an awesome fish. Great battle. Okay, let's get this back in the water. Yeah, right when that last one hit, I was sort of choking on my coffee, so I guess timing is everything. What's up? Oh. Sorry. Okay, fish up. Oh. It popped off. Oh well. Man, I can't believe that one popped off. Check that out. Definite strike. Hey, nice fish, guys! Oh, come on. Okay. Well, how about that? I was just congratulating my friends on catching a nice one. Now I'm hooked up. Okay, this is a pretty nice fish. Feels like a quality one. Got the gear cleared. We'll work them up and get the net ready. Still 120 feet out there. Okay, slow and steady wins this race. I'm trying not to get the boat all turned around here. I'm in a pod of about maybe 10 or 12 other boats. So if I go sideways, it's gonna create a real mess. Oh, there goes a run. At this point, I could work him back to either side and land this fish. 80 feet out. Still stripping drag. That's a good sign. I gotta try not to hit this boat. Okay, I had it to 80 feet, but it's back to 120. You got it! Hey! Slow and steady wins the race. Every time. That's my buddy Captain Adam, the local guy charters. Okay. There we go, it's starting to fall in line. "40 feet. I think I'm gonna try to land it on that side. Wasn't ready for that. Okay, 60 feet. Got other boats coming at me here. I'm gonna have to put a little more pressure on this fish if I want a chance at landing it and not snagging it off on someone else's gear. Here we go. Well, that was a little more than I bargained for. Okay, let's bring this big guy aboard. Oh, well, I'm lucky that was a good hook set because that was an acrobatic net job. It went for 3 or 4 runs right at the net. Finally made it into the net. But check out this hook set. I had him hooked twice, basically. Yeah, I had him once down here by the gill, and the other one right in the bottom of the lip, so that wasn't going anywhere. Really good hook set. Oh, and there you go, there's number 3. Just an awesome king. What a fantastic battle. I'm glad that one made it to the net. Okay, let's get a weight on this guy. It's like 12.5, 12.6, so about 12.5 pounds. Just a really quality king. Great fish. Okay, there's king number 3 in the box. So now I'm gonna be looking for the most elusive fish in all of fishing, which is the limit fish. So my limit is 4, I've got 3. I can catch 1 more king salmon in this area. And again, these are sort of special regulations. It's a terminal harvest area, so these are hatchery fish. If I was fishing elsewhere, I would only be allowed 1 per day, and it would have to be over 28 inches, a feeder king. But since these are hatchery kings, we're allowed 4 per day, any size within this exact area. So I've got 3, I need 1 more to make my 4. Let's see if we can come up with that last bite. Oh my gosh, fish on. I was taking care of something in the front of the boat. I look up and my rod's just going nuts. Slow this down a bit. Heck yeah. Wow, that's way out there. That's just ripping. Okay, we got the gear out of the way. I actually have the kicker in complete neutral. The wind's blowing me pretty hard, so this fish will fall right in line behind the boat. I've got relatively smooth sailing in front of me. No boats immediately, so I'm in good shape. So I've said it before and I'll say it again, slow and steady wins the race. It doesn't make sense to muscle these fish. A chum just jumped right there. No violent yanks. We're not bass fishing, just slow and steady. Let that big lumbering rod do the work. I think what'll happen is I work the boat this way, then I'll turn it and it'll fall back right on the starboard side. Perfect. My net clip fell off. Now the bag of my net has a mind of its own. Gotta try to keep them wide. Okay, we're landing on this side. It's a nice king. Okay. Number 4 is in the net. There we go. Okay, talk about another perfect hook set. Right here in the corner of the mouth, that was actually through both the upper and the lower part. And then that back hook actually got him over here too, so that fish was not coming off. Ah, hey, there you go. So there's number 4, that's the limit fish. I was just describing how hard it is to get that last limit bite and immediately basically hooked up. So that was a hot bite. This is a little tank. That was a fun fight. Great fish. Well, I was fortunate to get that last fish in the boat, but my net skills on the port side are all out of whack today. So I'm used to netting them right here on the side that I fish on, the starboard side, and I typically have a pretty good success rate of, like, each time I go for the scoop I get the fish. Over there was a kind of a mess today. So the first fish I landed on that side took 5 or 6 extra runs, so that was a little bit precarious. And then this last one took a couple runs and I really reached out really far, almost scooped it up. The fish was in the net and then the net fell out of my hand because it was like slippery and wet and. But luckily I was able to grab the net, pull the fish back, get the fish back in the net, and put the limit fish in the boat. Hey, just to give everyone a sense of exactly what I caught those fish on today, I was using an 11-inch flasher. So this is black with some gold and chartreuse metallic. So I used this flasher a lot and had some early season success with it, and it certainly delivered today to about a 5-foot leader. And then I had a clear herring clip today. I was using blue label herring in terms of the size, and then a 2 hook rig. So that herring clip spun the herring. The flasher had that big whip and this irresistible color. And I caught all those fish probably in between 55 and 80 feet deep, so relatively deep. The very first opening day of Kings, I was catching them in 20 feet, and today they were a little deeper, but that was definitely a hot pattern because it put a quick limit in the boat. Oh, with that 4th fish in the box and with the wind picking up even more, it's a perfect time to head back to the dock. So that 4th king made my King Salmon limit. So I am legally done fishing for King Salmon today. So it's a great time to head back. But what a really cool outing. So I was only out here probably about maybe 3.5 hours. And I just ran the exact play I was looking for. So I knew that low tide was gonna be a good one. This is my favorite King Salmon trolling spot on any day, on any tide, but definitely on a low tide. So I knew the catch rates were pretty good the last few days, so I had to get out here and kind of see it for myself. But yeah, getting 4, especially trolling 1 rod, so solo trolling, you know, when you pick up your limit of 4, that's a really good outcome. So that was a hot flasher and herring combination, just at the right depth there, around 55 to 80. You know, every single one of those fish came on sort of the exact same play. And I have to say the conditions, let's just say they were less than ideal, with the heavy wind, the rain, and then just dozens of boats. So there might have been probably 25 or maybe 30 boats in the area. So anytime I hooked up, the boat was kind of wanting to shift around, and I had to be careful about snagging other people's lines. In one case, I almost snagged some crab pots. So there's just a good bit of activity going on there, which makes it tough when you're trying to control the boat and fight the fish. But all in all, that worked out just fine, and had a few net shenanigans along the way. But luckily, we didn't lose any of those nice fish right at the boat. So all in all, this was just a fantastic adventure, some really cool time. King Salmon fishing here near Juneau, Alaska. Thanks so much for tuning in. Tight lines for now.